Alrighty, we're back. Oh gosh, I crashed into the desk. We're back in the basement. Welcome back to Basement Birds. Logan, Reid.
Yeah, we're back.
And I'm a little too excited today. I just crashed. Now my monitor's all crooked. Gosh, what is going on here?
Falling apart, and we barely started.
Dude, yeah, it's been one. It's a Monday. We're recording on a Monday today. It's already been one heck of a week. We've got all sorts of stuff.
One day into the work week.
I rolled over the cord now, and
the cord to what?
The cord to my headphones. Oh god! Oh, caught on the wheel now. Ah!
I love how you have fallen out of frame here to get the, there we go. He's back. We're back. You gotta go wireless. Just
yeah, but I like to be fancy with
all this range of motion I have here. I'm
Please go to
now.
the video version and watch Reid just give himself whiplash.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll recover.
But it's been quite a week already. You were telling me before you had an experience yesterday that you wanted to talk about a little bit.
Yeah. So I haven't played hockey in a couple months since our team won the championship.
Have you ever really played hockey?
I attempt to play hockey. So I've been trying this summer to go out a couple times to the rink to their stick and puck sessions, and just make sure I remember how to play,
Right. That's just like where you can skate around with a puck and
it's
a
open
stick.
ice. They got pucks. You can shoot. You can stick handle. Okay. First of all, the first part of the story that I totally forgot that you'll be very interested in, there was this kid there yesterday who had an NAHL all-star jersey on.
A NAHL,
that
North American Hockey League. Yeah,
this kid was absolutely filthy. Like the stuff he was doing, I'm like, good God! Like he had one side of the ice and I was on the other, and I'm like, this kid is insane. Like he was doing crossovers around the circles and shooting off of his outside edge like it was nothing. I'm like, this kid is a maniac.
No joke, man.
Dude,
the
right?
knowledge is tier 2 juniors.
I was watching this kid. I'm like, holy cow! Like this is some like top quality hockey.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is insane.
They don't mess around in the NAHL, my man. But
no. Well,
it's your first taste of skating with a real hockey player, or what?
Yeah, honestly. Well, okay. I figured that this guy. It makes sense that he was there because we have a Null team in Johnstown, the Tomahawks, that are about 45 minutes away from us.
Okay.
So that would make sense.
So
anyway, that is part one of the story. This absolutely filthy guy, just tearing up the ice. The other part was on my side of the ice. There was me, and then this dad and his son, who was probably like 5 or 6. I would say, very small kid. Okay. They're skating around doing stuff, and I feel like every time I go to stick and puck, and there's a little kid there, this little kid is very social and wants to talk to everyone. Okay, I feel like that's just like a common thing. So at one point, I'm sitting on the bench, catching my breath, because I was going hard, of course.
Get an accurate view of the game from where you play most.
Yeah, I was showing this kid on the other side of the ice with the NAHL jersey on what I had to offer, or attempting to. So this kid skates over to me. This little kid comes over. He's like, "Hey, do you want to go for a skate with me?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" So we take a couple laps around the ice, and we're talking. And I'm like, "Oh, you're pretty good." And I'm trying to make him feel good. And I go, "What's your name?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "What's your name?" And he looks at me and goes, "You know my name." And I go, "What? I have never seen this kid before." I don't know who this kid is. I don't recognize the dad. He had his last name on the back of the jersey. Don't recognize that. He's like, "Yeah, you know what my name is." Like, I don't think I do. He's like, "It's Ryan." I'm like, "Ryan, I don't know who you are." Like,
you're getting trolled by a 5-year-old, dude. What's going on with that?
This kid's messing with me. And I look up at his dad, and his dad just kind of rolls his eyes, and I'm like, "You got a little trickster over here." I'm like, I have no idea who this kid is, but he was convinced that I knew who he was and I knew his name. And I was thinking about it for the rest of the session. I'm like, I'm doing double takes with the dad. I'm like, don't play with him. He's not a teammate of mine. He's not in the same league. I'm like, I have no idea who this kid is. I'm pretty sure I have never seen this kid before, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
so I don't know if you've ever had any strange open hockey encounters like that. But I feel like every time there's always like this little kid, like maybe a year ago, me and a couple friends went ice skating to like open skate, and like my one buddy befriended this small child who was trying to teach him how to skate because my buddy didn't know how to skate, and this kid just came up to him and just started giving him pointers on how to ice skate, and it was hilarious.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to dive further into that, but
So I don't know what it is, but this kid yesterday was just confusing the heck out of me. I'm trying to go through like every one that I know from the rink. I'm like, I have zero clue who this kid is.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe you should. When I worked at the ice rink for a while, we would make the kids write their name on their helmet.
Oh, on their
like
helmet?
on the front of their helmet.
Yeah.
So
he
we
didn't have
could.
this.
Well, you should have told him that he needed to write his name on his helmet, so you
Yeah,
could
there you go.
further
Yeah.
distinguish him from all your other
Yeah.
people that you meet at Stick and Puck. Because
Well, all I had was the name on the back of the jersey, and it was a very generic last name, and that wasn't doing anything for me. That did not help in my identification of who this kid could be and why he knows me.
Yeah. No,
But-
that's. I don't know. I haven't been to Stick and Puck in I don't know how long, so I don't know if I'd ever have a
That's fair.
conversation like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I ref and have some interesting conversations with people. Be like, "Oh yeah, you ref the game, a couple games ago or whenever it was," and I just most of the time end up apologizing because I'm like, whatever happened. The reason you probably remember me is probably because I messed something up. So
I thought you were going to say
I'm
that they
just
thought
sorry
you.
in advance.
I thought you were going to say that they refed a game, or they thought you refed a game that you actually didn't ref.
Well,
And they're
that
like,
I mean,
you ref Tuesday, and you're like, nope, wasn't me. But I feel like you're pretty recognizable. You're awfully tall, so people will know if they have a really tall ref.
Yeah. I tend to turn some heads when I have to because at this rink closest to my house now, there's a net that I have to duck under, like because the net's at the top of the glass, so I have to like duck. And I also because the ref room is in a different rink, so I have to go through the doors and the lobby. And so when I go through the doors, I have to duck.
Yeah.
Not goose. I have to duck through the door so I don't hit my head on it.
Yeah.
No goosing.
Yeah, because you're what, like
And
6'4"?
6'5", and on
6'5"?
skates I'm probably like 6'8", maybe.
Yeah, you have 3 inches. Yeah.
And so that's a serious concern, and I don't want to bang my head because that's all I need is for the referee coming to the rink to be going through and literally like cartoon some of that action, and that's really not. I am wearing a helmet with a visor, so I'm trying to be safe.
Yeah,
but in the same sense of the word. I just try and avoid all that, but
See, you're 6'8" with skates. I'm 6'1" with skates, and we can have people do the math from there on how tall I am, and we'll leave it at that.
Well, I did have a weird encounter. We had to film something yesterday on Sunday. We filmed an interview yesterday.
Okay. Working overtime.
And someone else, what? Well,
working overtime,
kinda. And someone else from where I work was there, and she has a son who plays hockey, and she was telling me yesterday that her son is very proud because he leads the league that he's in penalty minutes.
I know exactly where this is going. That's great.
She's like, well, you know him pretty well. I'm like, I don't know if I've ever reffed him.
Do I know this person?
No, I don't think so. No. But this person, and I don't ref a lot of his league because he's kind of far away from where I'm at, so I don't see his team a lot. But that's not something to be proud of. When you're breaking the rules, you don't want to be known as the guy who breaks all the rules. You know what I mean?
You want to be a rule follower. Yeah.
Yeah, like me, not a rule breaker like Reid.
Sure.
Reid the rule breaker.
Yeah.
Gosh.
What can I say?
On your helmet when you break rules.
Rule breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, I don't know. But not that this leads into the next point that I'd like to talk about, but on a different note, I was having a debate today
Oh, gosh.
with someone at work. That transition was rough. I know. I was having a debate today.
That wasn't great, but we'll work on it.
I was having a debate today with someone from work about if birds intentionally choose to go to the bathroom on dark-colored objects. Now, hear me out.
Oh,
we
okay.
have a black mailbox, okay?
Yeah.
This mailbox, on a daily basis, needs to be cleaned because of the bird excrement on the mailbox. Now, the issue that I have is there's no, bathroom. There's nothing around the mailbox. It's just on top of the mailbox. The birds don't sit on top of the mailbox. The birds don't sit in a tree above the mailbox. They aim for the mailbox, okay? Another example, all right? We've got a car in the driveway. The driveway is a light-colored concrete, tan, we'll call it, because that's what color concrete is. The car in the driveway is either
like gray.
No. Well, this concrete is old, so it's tan-ish.
Okay, fair. Okay.
We have a dark red car that sometimes gets parked in the driveway, or a dark gray car. Okay.
Yeah.
It is the gray car, especially. We park in the same spot. Nicole and I, whoever's not parking in the garage, parks on the left side of the driveway. And so it's not like we're parking in different areas of the driveway. Her car gets dirty faster than the red car, okay? And I have this very sneaking suspicion that, again, birds are dropping bombs on the darker colored car, okay?
Yeah.
Further example. All right, I was at a buddy's house one time, and I used to have a black car. It was a black Acura. Really liked that car.
Yeah, what
And I
happened to that
parked
one?
in
Did it
his
break like
driveway.
all the other ones you have?
Yeah, well, that one actually had over 300,000 miles on it.
Wow, that's an Acura. Okay, it'll last.
Yeah. So I was parked in my buddy's driveway overnight.
Yeah.
And he had probably about 5. He was one of those people who has a lot of cars, much like my parents. He had a lot of cars, so there was probably 5 cars in the driveway. 5 cars in the driveway.
Do your parents? One second. Do your parents still have that massive Tahoe?
It's a Suburban, but yes,
Suburban?
they have a Suburban. Yes,
that thing is a tank.
It's a school bus. It's really great.
It's like you have a short bus.
Yeah, it pulls the boat without even, you don't even know it's back there.
Oh yeah, without even breaking a sweat. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I felt like we were pulling up in like a luxury vehicle when we drove in that thing. Windows are dark tinted black wheels,
we pull out all the
Ride in
stops
style,
when Reid comes to visit. So
yeah, exactly.
We pull out all the stops.
I got to ride in the Suburban. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so I was at the buddy's house, 5 cars in the driveway. I am the only black car in the driveway. Okay. And I don't know if a bird flock flew over the driveway or what the issue was, but there was literally 12 instances of little white circles on the black car. Nothing on any of the other 4 cars. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing on the ground. You look on the ground, nothing on the ground.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, do you also feel this way, or do you feel like I'm just making that up?
I wonder if it has something to do with the black car being more reflective. You think the bird gets scared? So I drive a gray car, okay?
Right.
And I cannot say one way or another if there is more or less bird droppings on my vehicle at a certain time.
Right.
Granted, I never really park under a tree at my apartment complex.
Right.
So that helps, So I don't know. My neighbor who parks next to me has a black car, and her car never is, full of bird droppings.
Well, you got those weird Pennsylvania birds out there, so
yeah. Well, one second,
like
I have
penguins
a friend,
and stuff. That doesn't make any sense.
I have a friend who has a gray car, but he parks under a tree. Let me confer with him.
Well, I just know I was having a very vocal debate with this person on Facebook or on at work
Oh,
today.
don't take that to Facebook.
Well, he wanted to take it to Facebook and do a Facebook
gosh.
poll.
Because those are still a thing.
Apparently, I don't know.
my
I
gosh,
mean, he's a little older than I am, so I'm like, why don't you just stick to MySpace, buddy? All right,
poke a
jeez.
kid or poke someone. Then rember that?
Yeah,
feature? You
dude,
can poke
remember
people on
that?
Facebook.
Yeah, that
Are
was
those
a
still thing?
throwback. No, I don't think
Let me
so.
see if I can poke you. While you tell your story.
I really, truly feel like birds have the ability to aim for dark objects.
Yeah.
And do so just to like fly by and laugh at you. Be like,
yeah.
look at what I did. You
I
know,
feel
that
like
kind of
it's gotta
thing.
be a reflection thing. Like that's where my mind's going. I don't know if there's any signs behind this. This would be a very good experiment to do.
But the mailbox is a matte black, so it's not shiny at all. Okay.
Oh.
That's my mailbox is a matte black, so
Yeah,
it
no,
literally
that really-
doesn't reflect very much light at all.
That really throws off my theory. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, here's another quick question I had. Speaking of debates, a buddy and I were talking about this a while back. Matte black. Okay. Would you consider matte black a color?
I mean, it's a finish of a color.
Oh, thank you. Okay. He told me that there was black and matte black. I'm like, no, matte black isn't a color. The color is black. The finish is matte.
Well, just like there's no glossy black. It's
Correct.
black, but the finish
and
is
gloss is the finish. Yeah.
gloss.
Like you can have matte white and matte red,
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Like a doormat kind of thing.
I just thought about that when you were talking about, the matte finish to the mailbox, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. But sorry.
No,
continue.
I understand.
Back to your bird issue.
I really feel like I'm being targeted here by various birds. For example, I was attacked by a red-winged blackbird not too long ago while I was golfing.
A what?
And so a red-winged blackbird, it is a blackbird with red wings, pretty self-explanatory.
Oh, okay,
and then, my friend
This looks
made
like a
fun of me.
wannabe
His
Oriole.
name is Tyler. My friend Nate made fun of me for calling out the type of bird it was. And I was like, well, that's important to the story.
You just
But
knew what kind of bird it was?
What?
You just knew what kind of bird it was, just like that?
It was a red-winged blackbird. I mean, it's pretty darn obvious.
I don't know
okay,
any
not
birds
that I'm a big
besides, like,
bird scientist.
Robins, eagles, blue jays, and hawks.
I did see a blue jay the other day.
That's about it. I saw a blue jay. I saw a robin the other day, too, when I was golfing. That was fun.
You saw? There's so. Okay, you're such a Pennsylvania boy already. There's so many robins all over the place in Illinois. They drop their eggs. So when their eggs hatch,
I'm not thinking of robins. Sorry, I'm thinking of a cardinal.
Yes,
that's what I was thinking of. A cardinal. Yeah, the red one. And then I saw this cardinal, and then I left the baseball game.
Okay. Well.
That's funny because we went to a Pirates game last week and they were actually playing the Cardinals. I didn't even think about that.
I think we just need to ask the masses.
Yeah.
If they feel like if they have a dark, what color their car is.
Yeah.
Or object, for example, mailbox.
Yeah.
That they feel gets covered in bird droppings on a regular basis, and they feel like it's because it's a dark color.
Yeah.
And birds aim for it, and they fly by, and I tell you what, I saw him laughing at me. The bird was laughing at me while it was flying by. I could not believe it.
Yeah, the more you talk, the more I'm getting convinced.
Yes, that's right. So, you know what? I'm going to show this clip to my colleague at work and say, ha-ha.
Ha-ha.
See? Ha-ha.
You may be onto
and
something.
all the comments below the TikTok video right now. Birds drop droppings more so on black or dark colored objects.
Yeah, I could actually
True or
see
false?
That. Yeah. Okay, it's not to derail our bird conversation. I actually have some updates to share that I totally forgot about.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Updates
First
from what?
of all, we talked a while back about getting library cards. I applied for my library card last night. I have to go pick it up.
Oh, library boy. We'll call you book boy.
I thought that would be fun. So I did the process online. Now I need to go pick it up. That was update number 1. Update number 2, we talked about movies last week. Okay?
Yeah?
And
yes, we did.
I have checked some movies off the list.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I have added movies.
Did you add the ones that from the Instagram? If you haven't seen the Instagram post, go check out.
I did, yes. From what? Let me see. From a one. Let's see. A one. Pat _ Hennessy 10 added. I did add those.
There was those, but then I had a couple that came in as a direct message to me personally.
Oh, okay.
One of which.
Why don't you add them to the list? You have access to
the Blues Brothers. Have you seen the Blues Brothers?
I have not. Let's add to the list.
Okay, let's go ahead and add that to the list.
Yeah. What else we got?
And I think that was actually the only one that came in.
Okay. Well,
I think everyone else was like, I can't believe that Reid hasn't seen these movies.
Yeah,
and I was like, I know, right? He needs to culture himself here, boy. Come on now.
So I checked off 2 from the list. The first one I watched was Dodgeball. I watched that Friday night.
Dodgeball? That wasn't even on the list.
Yeah, it was. I thought Patrick recommended that one.
Well, what the heck are you watching movies that Patrick recommended for?
Dodgeball was on the list. Movies to watch. It says Dodgeball.
Okay,
you told me to put it on there.
No, I did not tell you to put it on there. I think that was one of the 2 or 3 that was on there.
No. Someone else recommended that, and I added it to the list. I'm taking outside recommendations as well. So I got some today on the golf course, too. Someone suggested I watch Dune and Dune 2. So those are on the list.
So anyway, you're just going to put those above all the movies that I already recommended for you?
Honestly, I'm watching them at ease of streaming service at this point. And Dodgeball was on Disney+, so that one definitely got a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah. Did you do the...
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. I now know where that comes from. Dodgeball's a good movie, though. I don't think it was as funny as I was expecting. But it's still good. It's so good.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, buddy.
I feel like it's a movie I've checked off now to fully understand the references from it.
Yep.
Okay. The second one I watched was a Stealth edition, was Happy Gilmore. And I like that one a lot.
Can't believe you've never seen Happy Gilmore, dude.
Well, no, I have.
I feel like...
And I like that one a lot. That one was good. I think I like that one more than Dodgeball.
I would, yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Hockey and golf?
And golf?
Come on
yeah,
now.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good one, though. I really like that one. So those are the 2 movies I watched.
Yeah.
You know,
and you obviously liked Happy Gilmore more.
I did like Happy Gilmore more. Yeah. So now I just need to figure out what to watch next.
Price is Wrong, Bob.
Yeah, that is good. As a big Price is Right fan as well growing up, like that was my game show to watch. Like I was very excited about that reference.
Are you a big Price is Right fan? Did I ever tell you about the time that I went to wrestling and Bob Barker was guest host of Monday Night Raw?
That's sick, though.
I went to wrestling one time and Bob Barker was guest host of Monday Night Raw.
I mean, I very much grew up on the Drew Carey Price is Right, which I think he is still a very good host.
Yeah, he still is.
And he is.
They were in the Bob Barker studio for a long time, though, but I think they just recently moved.
They moved out for this next season, because they're turning that into some other studio or something, Yeah, because Drew Carey's been hosting since 2007, so I don't have any memories of Bob Barker really hosting.
Yeah, no, The Price is Right. I watched that a lot.
Yeah.
So, but fun times. We got to move into odd news now before we run out of time here. We're already over time, but that's all right.
That's okay. Would you like to go first, or do you want me to?
Sure, I'll go first. Man spins.
Good start.
You can't be talking while I'm doing this is for the clip here, Reid.
I wasn't talking.
You literally were. Okay, here we go.
Was I? Okay, here we go.
Man spins phone on. Man spins phone on finger 320 to break a Guinness World Record. That's a lot of times to spin your phone. I mean, I don't even know if I could do it once.
Whoa.
So I'm not even going to attempt to say this person's name.
This is another name that I want
Chen
to try to say.
Broke the record for most spins of a mobile phone on one finger in 1 minute.
For reference, this guy's last name is spelled Xiaoqing.
That's his name. Don't
I
wear
don't
it
know
out.
how
The
you
resident
pronounce
of
the XIAO sound, but
the resident of Fuzhou, Fujian, China. Definitely not saying that correctly either. Spun the phone 320 times on March 9th. The phone dropped a few times, but Chen remained calm. He was calming presence. Apparently, you didn't have to do it in a row. Oh, there's a video. Oh, gosh. Sorry, I played a video and it was very loud in my ears. Holy cow, that was loud. Wow. Okay. On Tuesday, a man attempted to meet on NBC's America's Got Talent. Oh, wait, what? This isn't even the same story.
Me. Like, why is this... You tried to pull on multiple...
This is a poor... What kind of news website is this? This is like
very poorly written.
This is a poorly written article here. So, UPI, you really need to...
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah, well, it's like half of one article, half of another. Because they must have just copy-paste. They must just copy-paste everything. But... Anyway, this guy spun his phone on his finger for a long time.
That's impressive.
Now has a world record. So hot diggity dog.
Yeah. Well, mine for once does not need to do with a world record.
Oh, is it animal themed?
No, it is not actually.
Oh,
okay. This one was so odd that I had to choose it. There's this other one that I was going to choose, but it's not. It was very...
He's making himself laugh over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Carrie Fisher. Did you see the one about Carrie Fisher?
Yes,
Star
I
Wars?
did.
Yeah, I was going to do that one.
Carrie Fisher's costume is for sale. But anyway,
this one is still a little bit weird. Speaking of things being to sell, a collection of 163 unique bedpans fails to sell at auction.
I did see that. I like how they say that like it's a surprise. Oh, these used bedpans.
Yeah, why didn't they sell? Well, you're telling me someone didn't want to buy these bedpans? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe were they dark colored? I bet they had some bird droppings on them.
Anyway, yeah. So this could be this should be Europe's largest collection of bedpans. This is Mary Jacobs. She's 77 of England. She started this unusual collection by helping with rummage sales of the Salvation Army in 1984. She saw one coming and she bought it for 64 cents, and that was the start. And she just wanted to collect something different. Snowballed from there, and she found herself going around so many places to add to her collection. So she's now up to 163, but she has run out of room. She had a cupboard built to store them, but she's getting older and needs to clear some space, and she hopes they find a good home, and she adds that they are clean, washed, and in fantastic condition.
I like how she cleaned them. Did she clean them? Oh, gosh.
I don't know. I don't want to know the answer. She says, though, that she attempted to offload her collection earlier this month in an auction, but the article says the tiny toilets failed to attract any bidders.
The tiny toilets.
Yeah. This is offered for sale in 17 group lots. Oh, varying from 6 to 12 bedpans in each.
Yeah.
They were named. They said they're sure that there's something for everyone who desperately needs to go. Oh, gosh.
Oh, God.
So if anyone is wanting to buy 163 bedpans, contact Mary Jacobs of England, and you guys can work out a deal.
Well, I mean, I guess that's... Do you collect anything weird and exciting? Have you collected anything weird and exciting?
I've never used a bedpan.
Well, no, that would be inappropriate, Reid.
I don't know if I collect anything odd. I have a lot of hats.
But you're not into like collecting things. Like I am.
Not really. No.
I got in during COVID. I got into philately. Do you know what philately is?
That sounds like something inappropriate, but.
Philately is the collecting stamps. It's the name for collecting stamps. It's stamp collections.
Okay.
Philately.
That's a
Don't ask me how to
name.
spell that. Couldn't spell it, but I just thought that's a fun word to say. So that sounds like something that Logan needs to be into right now.
Philatele. I spelled that
philately.
wrong, but you get the point.
That's philately with a PH, bro. But yeah, so
Why
philately.
is there a word for that?
Because it's a avid.
Well, no, philately is the study of postage stamps.
Yeah.
But it is possible to be a philatelist without owning any stamps.
Well, I own stamps and I philatelize all of them. So, in case you need any George Washington stamps, I got you covered here. So.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, hot diggity dog.
Did you see the Jeopardy stamps that they did for Alex Trebek?
Yes, the Forever stamps.
Those ones are sick.
Yeah, because Forever's, that's another thing. Stamps are so expensive. Can we talk about
forever?
This is why you wonder why nobody's using snail mail is because it costs like 144 pennies just to send one letter.
Well, how much is a stamp worth?
I don't know. I think it's $1.40. That's totally inaccurate, but it's well over 10-15 cents. I mean, it could be up to a quarter.
Oh, a Forever
this?
stamp costs 73 cents for 1 ounce of mail.
Oh gosh, 73 cents a stamp.
They have some cool stamps.
What world do we live in?
Betty Ford, Ansel Adams, horses. Hank Aaron, Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. This sounds like a topic for another day.
Maybe now I want to start collecting stamps. Manatees.
Philately. Get into
John Wooden.
I don't even know who that is, but yeah.
He was a basketball coach.
Oh, well,
Pinatas,
all right. Well,
snow globes.
On that note, I think
There's
it's
so many
time
cool
to call
stamps.
it episode for today. If you're interested in Reid's non-existent stamp collection or mine, you can check out our Instagram page at Basement Birds on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and
you stole my thunder.
Spotify. Well, you were too busy listing types of Forever stamps.
That's fair. It was fun, though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, he's going to get into philately now, and maybe keep up with us on that Instagram platform because he'll keep us updated and make sure to post some quality content. All right.
Sure.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.